Hi guys, I recently did a little interview about the upcoming Oathmark event with Matt Biggs, where I said that I wasn't going to leave things until the last moment to get my army ready for this event. Yeah, well, I'm going to have to go and get them out of storage and have another mad dash to finish painting them again. Actually, I'll do that tonight.
Oh, yeah.
It's not exactly the last moment, but it's a lot closer than I wanted.
Gruffy Crow.
Okay, so I spent a good chunk of today putting together an army list for this event. Those of you familiar with my Oathmark army will know that it's a mixture of humans and halflings with a sort of woodland theme is what I've aimed for. When I took my army to the last event, I felt that the sort of mismatch of units that I kind of put together, they looked good, they were fine, it worked. They weren't as finished as I'd like. I think they kind of lacked a strong theme. That's something I'd want to take to an event. For day-to-day games, it would have been fine, but I think when I go to an event, I want my army to be sort of striking and memorable. So for this list, I've gone with more halflings. So I've ended up with a couple of big units of halflings, and then I've also pumped up the sort of hitting power with an extra unit of ogres, which I'm going to use these little ents for, and a giant, which I'm going to use this treebeard model for. The army list is still based around a human kingdom because you can't start with a halfling village, but the only units that's really going to give me is going to be my leader and some rangers. And my rangers are going to give me that kind of Shire Guard, sort of Lord of the Rings lore as well. I quite like that little addition in there, and they're the only humans in the force. So let's take a little fly over the army. As you can see, the majority of this force is finished, but I've still got some of the ogres that I need to paint, and a whole bunch of halflings in different units that I need to finish up. One of the champions still needs finishing, and one of the bigger jobs is going to be to get this treebeard model done. As I'm recording this section, it's Saturday the 19th, meaning the event is 2 weeks away. I don't think there's too much here for 2 weeks, but it does mean that I'm going to have to kind of put a lot of my other stuff that I'm doing at the moment to one side. Okay, the first unit on the table is going to be these archers. Now really I only have 9 to do because this guy's finished. I finished him as part of my saga force. So I just need 9 to round out this little unit of rangers. But I'm probably going to include in the rest of the larger unit as well. I've not gone much further with the archers, but I did also start on the second set of ogre slash treemen entlings, and I spent some time last night building their base. So this is the same as I did it last time. So these are 3D printed rings laid onto a bit of hardboard and then flocked. Well, first a bit of filler on the top to join the rings together and then flocked. And when it's finished, it'll look a bit like this one. And that's to adapt the 40mm circles to 50mm squares, basically. Okay, so now it is the last moment that I promised I wouldn't leave it till. The archers are thankfully done, and I think they're looking quite nice. But they took a lot longer than I expected. It's now Thursday night before the event on Saturday morning, and I've still got a lot to do. But the second set of treemen are all painted, and I've been having a play around with various haircuts for them, and I think they're going to look pretty lovely. What do I have left? We've got this unit of halflings, which I started last time I was doing a mad rush. So all the base colours are down. It's just some highlights and shades that need to do on these guys. So they shouldn't take too much longer, and then get everything flocked. I've got the big tree, but once again, all the base colours, the first few shades and everything are all down. So it's just a case of detailing this guy out now, pretty much, and then getting all this flocking done. And of course painting the halflings on his shoulders. I'm hoping to get these guys done in the next couple of hours, so before I go to bed tonight. Leaving the big tree and this unit to do tomorrow. As you can see, some of these guys haven't even been undercoated yet. Annoyingly, like I always do in these situations, I did find time to paint a gonk droid, just to show you how focused I have been on this task. I have no purpose at all for this miniature, by the way. It was just a complete whim. Okay, I need to go to bed, but the good news is these guys are pretty much done. I'm going to go around again tomorrow with the final highlight on the yellow, just touch up a couple of places, maybe put a few shiny silver bits in, and then we can get on with the second lot. Okay, then with the help of a bit of clump foliage, I got the tree men all ready to go. So they are tabletop ready, I think, now, and I'm kind of happy with them. So now I'm going to concentrate on the big version for a little bit longer and get this guy finished up. Okay, it's just dawned on me that I have to go and get a practice game of Oathmark in at some point this evening as well. I'm going to go over to Johnny Watson from Johnny Watson's Gaming which means I've got about 4 hours to try and finish this unit here. So these guys are actually out of 3 different units in my army. They're just the ones that need painting. We've got some spearmen and a slinger and some just like sword and shield guys. And we've got models from Cobblestone Castings, from Midland Miniatures, and even some War Games Atlantic halflings that I just did a little conversion on to make them hold the human Oathmark spears. Okay, so that is Treebeard done. That's one more thing down, and I've got about 2 hours. So I'm probably not going to be able to finish them, but hopefully I can get all the base layers down, so when they're in the units that they belong to, they won't sort of stand out too much. Okay, I've faced up to the fact we're not going to get these finished, but this is the stage I'm just trying to get these guys to. So we've got the dark green and the yellow, and sort of some skin tones on there. The trousers are going to be grey. I might see if I've got time to quickly whip around the trousers to neaten them up, but otherwise that's where they're going to be, and then I'll do all the highlights when I get back. Okay, so I actually kind of quit my plans for the evening so I could keep painting, and we've got another hero on a horse done to a reasonably good tabletop standard that I'm kind of happy with, and all based up. So that's my second champion. I also did the banner bearer because he's obviously going to be quite prominent. Just a little bit of work left on that one, but not too much. I got the mare finished off as well. So that's all the characters that were left in my army finished off. So these are the things that are going to be on front ranks. I can kind of hide these if I don't finish them. But I've got a couple more hours now that I might be able to get them a little bit further down. So the next focus will be this guy, who's the officer for my sling unit. It's another Midland Miniatures one. He actually is a sling. It's a sort of staff sling. Okay, it's 1:15 and I'm calling it a night. We got the sword unit finished. These 8 models here are all that's left unpainted in the whole army now. I'm pretty happy with those, so I'm just going to pack them away and get ready for tomorrow. Morning, it's currently 7:13 and I am not feeling like going to an Oathmark event today. So we get on. Okay, so I didn't get much footage of the event itself. I tried to concentrate on just being in the present and playing the games. Unfortunately, a bunch of people had to pull out, so it was actually quite a small event. There was only 4 of us playing, which is a massive shame. I really wish it could have been a much bigger event. I wish more people had got involved. But the plus sides of it being such a small event is that we kind of got to know everyone. It was a really nice atmosphere. The whole room was sort of chatting together. And it was a lot of fun. Good group of guys. If any of you watching this, great to see you. Fully enjoyed myself. We played 3 games over the course of the day, following a scenario of a kidnapped evil magical book, which was a bit of a pain because you couldn't cast spells on the unit holding it. So it was an interesting set of scenarios, great work, Matt. And yeah, I had a great time. Everyone was very complimentary about my army, and I won sort of best painted army, so that's great. It was worth all this effort. I am really looking forward to the next one of these, and I really hope that we can kind of maybe get the word out there a little bit more and make it a much better event. Because I think Oathmark is a really good game. I had a really good time, and I can't stress how much more people should get involved in events like these. And that's all for this video. Please let me know what you thought down in the comments. Maybe subscribe for more. And as ever, thanks for watching. Bye.